Might not be the easiest one for him this time round. It's going to be the three bounties going the way of Liquid to start things off. And indeed, Tofu coming in with some nice body blocks. Yopaj in trouble. Can they finish this job off? They can't quite. Yopaj will live.
It's another lick.
And now, Tofu, he really wanted to go for the kill, but the lick, not enough damage to finish the job. It's going to be first blood here for OG as Natsumi picks it up, TP's over to the top lane.
That looked scary for a second. I was like, oh my god, Yopaj has treat throw, obviously, so they can't actually do anything to slow him, but he's got backup of his teammates. Nicely done. Good blood.
Yopaj still has to be careful. Well, that happened. He just got walked down by Nisha, and there's not great news there. Let's look at the other lanes for the OG fans out there. Mid, we'll come back to that one. So the side lanes, Fogged, what we got going on there?
I mean, I feel like I can't even look away from that, though. Yeah. Okay, whatever. I mean, that's brutal. Okay, anyway. Tofu trying to catch waves. He's gone for more stat items. Don't see this always on the Largo. Pretty strong, pretty safe lane overall. The Largo puts the Nature's Prophet. Hard for them to get aggressive. So for Viper, how do you get aggressive as a Viper if your poison attacks are going to get licked off? So might just be a farming approach from the Viper, at least from Nico. I can't look away from mid now. I don't know. That was
mid. Yeah.
That can't happen.
Yopaj, he's got to clean up his act here in the mid lane after that death. That's a rough one.
I mean, he regened up, right? Like, he was so low, so maybe it was something... I don't know, whatever. Let's not bring... I don't know. Nisha's going to have a pretty good time anyway in the matchup, it does feel like, because it is his Beastmaster versus Tiny, so it's super good playing versus most of these melees.
And he's been crushing it. Just, you know, from through the games yesterday and into today, right, Nisha, he's been looking to be absolutely on the top of his game this tournament.
And a strong, very early timing lineup again that Liquid wants to play around. Super fast-paced, looking to set tempo. But yeah, I think OG, if they do come out of lanes in a decent spot, they have ways to fight around it with this Gyrocopter, since he's the answer versus the collapse that's going to come. Not the player, the collapse of the heroes that's going to come from Liquid.
Definitely, you know, one thing that's going to be less of an issue this game for OG is going to be the Largo, right? You know, being the support position rather than core.
It's different.
It's going to be completely different, and different in a way where we've definitely seen a fair few games where the support Largo can look underwhelming.
That's been in 4 position though, right? I think in a lot of them.
Yeah, you're right. So you think of 5, it doesn't. It's obviously less impactful both ways, right? If it's not having as much impact, it doesn't matter as much. You're expecting less.
I personally, like, I like this as a 5 and a 3 right now. I think 4 is very hard to make work because you get literally no farm and you don't really have kill threat. You're kind of just like this lane pulling pseudo, not sure, because you don't have kill threat for roaming either. So I think in 5 and 3 it suits in most situations just a bit better, especially for this team. Mickey is going to have free farm. Very difficult for them to ever get aggressive, and they could even get aggressive themselves. You know, Mickey does like to be pretty active with this Nature's Prophet, so eyes on those rotations if there's any mistakes in lane. What's Boxy up to? Seen him play this a couple times also. The Earth Spirit support. They've been trying to make it work. Of course, it's gotten a lot of, quite a bit buffs. Does find a courier for, I mean, he was walking through the wave. Come on, Natsumi. These carries with their damn couriers.
It happens a lot. It really
does. It's way too much. Yesterday I watched like 5.
Yeah. Always in that little same spot as well, just behind the tail.
Always. Ace. We'll lose both of his wolves.
I mean, they're bringing a TP.
Coming in.
They're going to look to try and turn and get aggressive here, Liquid. Scam is in trouble. Roll forward from Boxy. Scam going down. Mickey turning up, picking up the kill. He's going to be very happy with that one. And let's see what we do here. And he's just going to be fine. But yeah, this could be the beginning at the start of a painful game for the Ancient Apparition, right, Fog?
It's probably one of the sad. I don't think you ever want to play versus either of these heroes, Nature's Prophet or Lycan. As an AA advocate myself too, this is a very sad one. Even Earth Spirit too. All these heroes just get on top of you. Very sad. Has to be careful with his positioning. He can't step. There's like an invisible border that he probably can't, like line that he can't pass in this top lane. If he steps up too far, they can do that almost every time.
That mid lane is going to continue to be pretty tough here for Yopaj. He's getting decent last hits, but obviously a lot of denies coming in from Nisha. Yeah. And now Nisha at the level 5, the 3 levels on the axes. It's going to be a lot of spam, a lot of damage that's just going to consistently keep Yopaj low and make it difficult for him to approach the wave.
And there will be stacks, of course, too, right? These Beastmasters, they almost always have stacks either from themselves or from allies with the boars, and you almost always have to, this Beastmaster mid. I'm glad we didn't see it for a couple days because I'm so sick of seeing it in some of these because it's so strong on some of these players. The way they control the rune and pressure and stack. There's too many things they can do in a lot of situations. So Tai Lung really highlighting that. So Yopaj, see what he can get out of the lane, because walking up is difficult. He just kind of has to wait for the wave to push into him, and then he gets the CS. So we'll be under the tower here.
NiKo's got to be careful how he steps up. We'll be able to break his way out of the Sprout, so at least avoids the roll, but still Boxy making the connection here with the slow. Look at the lick as well on towards NiKo. He will survive, but only just.
That was,
what
16 wand and a Lotus to keep him alive. Now he's very unhealthy. He has to back away. We'll be able to get some stacks perhaps to work on, but can't walk back to the lane now. 100 HP. So we are seeing Liquid, the two supports, looking to make the move around the power rune, and it does not look like OG can contest.
No, this is going to be an easy haste rune for Nisha to be able to grab in the bottle. Obviously, you can set up for something potentially around the mid lane or quick TPs to the side with the haste into the raw. A lot of options for Liquid. Already starting to show in this early game.
In terms of that lane pressure, Ace is getting to play a free lane, essentially, on the Lycan, even though he's playing versus a Gyro who can spam. It's an AA, so he's going to just naturally be able to farm in this matchup. He's queuing up the Midas.
All right, I mean, yeah, as you say, should be able to freely farm at top.
Yeah. If he's just able to sit back and hit those creeps, get the timings for those, whichever build he wants to fully go down. I think I'm okay with this. I don't like Midas a lot of times, but I think there's like 3 heroes that I'm okay with, and I think we've named them now, right? It's like Slark, Brew, and I guess Lycan can add to the mix. Maybe there's 1 or 2 others, but...
And if he does get this online and the early game continues to stay in good hands with Liquid, the sort of difference in farm, right, between Ace and NiKo's going to be pretty huge. Like it's not going to be easy for NiKo to keep up. He's not had an easy time in lane. You know, both him and Yopaj are going to have to be playing a bit of a recovery game here in this early stages with the fact that they didn't have that sort of easy start to the lane matchups.
And if it's, you know, Lycan, we don't get to see him too often anymore, but it is an Alpha Wolf Lycan, and there's not the most stuns, so he can't kind of run rampant.
Straight onto Natsuma. Natsuma will be able to get the ult off, but he's dead. They'll lose Boxy in return. Maybe get Tofu as well. Tims with the blood grenade will ensure they get the 2 of them. Yopaj has turned up.
Low mana.
Avalanche on towards Ace, but nothing else ready to lock him down. Mickey looking to finish off the job for Tims in the trees. The Dukes are there, but the Treants will spot him out. Wolves are coming in as well. Tims will drop down the cogs. Should be able to run from this.
Looks okay. So also to point this out, pretty interesting, since he's playing versus Viper, this is a bit of an old... Oh, I said he's going to live, but he gets clapped.
He does get taken down there by the neutrals. He'll say that was intentional. It might have been, honestly. I mean, the Wolves are kind of hurting, so at least that would have denied any chance of the Wolves chasing him down and getting the kill from Ace.
I mean, the Wolves are going to be very pesky for these supports, especially. And yeah, I wanted to point out Mickey's build, because you don't really see people leveling Nature's Call anymore, right? I think Mickey's one of the few, but also he's playing versus Viper, so it makes sense, right? All the summons, Viper and AA, especially in the early game, it's annoying. Yes, you've got Nether Toxin, but it still is obnoxious in terms of CSing in lane. He's just able to control it. So
yeah, this is something that, as you say, you won't see a lot of Nature's Prophets do this nowadays.
No, but it is an old school anti-Viper thing that people used to do from 10+ years ago, etc.
Yeah, no, heads up, change up from Mickey on the approach here with the skill build. Obviously, as well, just offers them that extra pressure, right, when they go for those early tier 1s that we know that Liquid's going to be likely to group up and go for.
Yeah, he won't be able to move as much frequency, right, with his teleport being cooldown, maybe not as much barrier, but being able to pressure towers.
Could be a nice smoke.
Oh.
Look at the missile onto Mickey. It's a little deep
here.
Backup's on the way over. Natsuma will drop the cooldown onto Mickey. Backup coming in from Boxy. Oh, kicks Mickey actually over into Scam. That's a little bit awkward. Mickey's going to be able to get the ult off. Mickey will die. They get Scam in return. But Mickey dead. The question is, can OG now get out of this spot? They're pretty deep on Liquid's half of the map. Nisha is TP'd over.
Yopaj is coming too.
Can NiKo get out? He's going to try and stand his ground here under the Nether Toxin.
It's tanky.
I mean, 8 seconds and Mickey's going to be back in the game and does have teleport ready. The Axes come in, snipes NiKo. Boxy rolls forward. Joe Patch turns with the quick combo. They can burst through Boxy, but now Mickey's back in the game. TP's over. Sprout onto Natsumi.
Ooh.
Another round of the axes will do it if Nisha can stay in range.
He's got them.
He's going to have him. The axes come in again. Nisha still gets the cleanup. You could definitely see what OG was going for there, but it just takes a little too long at the end, and it is, again, Liquid getting the cleanup at the end of it all, right? Mickey TP's back in after the respawn, and Nisha, he's having a great start once more, right? Turns up, getting these kills, and nobody's threatening the Beastmaster.
And the other thing that Tucci was mentioning, at least a little bit on the panel, when OG did do that 5-man in terms of what they did to kind of recover things last game, you look at the lane positioning too. Yes, they get some kills, but you watch Nisha, or Ace was just free farming the whole time. He's just hitting creeps up top. His Midas is essentially done. So yeah, on top of all that, you can factor in Ace getting all that extra. We did see Mika's build maybe hurt a little, right? They did get the kill on the gyro, but you're seeing the lack of some of the damage on the Sprout in some of those situations. But Liquid reacting well, bringing the squad to respond, but not overreacting, as we mentioned.
No.
Ace still getting a lot.
Definitely one of the sort of the fears from the lineup of Liquid, right? That they do essentially have 3 cores that can become 3 carries. Whereas OG's lineup, it is one of those ones, especially considering that it's a bit of a slower start in Deep for the Tiny and the Viper, where it's going to be a sort of 4 protect 1, right? They're looking a lot towards Natsumi to be able to do the hard carrying this game on his gyro.
100%. Gyro is one of the better 4 protect 1 heroes, I will say, but he is into some pretty debilitating heroes when you are playing 4 protect 1. Tofu?
Tims will get the grab on him, and this should be a nice and easy one here for OG. They get the kill, and they might just be able to turn this into a tier 1 as well. Fortification will come out.
If the Tiny and Viper really do start to fall behind too much, I have big worries, because yeah, there's the Roar, there's Howl, there's damage reduction, there's a lot of different things that this Gyro can run into in terms of problems.
At least
but I do want to see them be pretty active. I want to see Yopaj honestly just like move around constantly. That's the problem with this Tiny mid. We don't see it too frequently. I think just Chira Jr. is playing it, so see what Yopaj can do in terms of setting tempo early and slowing down Liquid.
Top tier 1 nearly taken out as well. So tier 1 mid taken by Liquid. OG get the tier 1 bottom. Liquid ready to enter into the jungle of OG with this smoke.
They've got big team fight.
and Nisha. See if they can grab.
Magnetize is ready.
Tims. Yeah, they want something bigger than that. It's under a tier 1 though, but a tier 1 is very close to dying.
Looks like they're hesitant because it did look like OG was setting up for the defense. I think they saw that clockwork getting in position. Ace.
They want to try and go for him, but it's not going to be possible for Tims to get the angle with the hook shot, with the creep camp, with the wolves out. Can't find a way to start the fight.
These damn wolves, they're so annoying to play against. And here come the stacks. Can they get into contest? Might be too dangerous.
Yeah, difficult to get over. I think at the moment as well, they do have a smoke upon Tims, but it would have to come out quickly, and it's not happening. So Liquid, they're going to get the space for Nisha to clean these stacks up. That's going to be as Aghanims done after he finishes these off. So now fighting into the Aghanims Beastmaster, it's going to be difficult. You know, a lot of eyes on Scam right to hit these key ice blasts to allow them to kill the targets.
In the early game, has to just ice blast Nisha. I feel like that just has to be prime target number 1. Ace, he's got to kind of run rampant in the fights. He's going to be difficult to deal with because the lack of control, but they're going to have to pick and choose what they can take in terms of early fights. Because right now, I mean, Liquid, they're content with getting that farm till that one timing. That's how Liquid likes to play. They get that one big item timing at least to rally around, and then usually push the envelope. And as you said, the Axe, it's done for the Beast. So let's see how OG reacts to it, and let's see how Perfect Scam can play to react. It's a hard game for the AA, as we were mentioning.
It really is. It really is. I mean, it could be one of those ones where it falls to a point where you're kind of asking Scam to sit in the fountain and just throw the ice blast out.
We've seen it before.
Yeah. It can be a play. That's for sure.
Not too early, though.
No.
That's usually like 30 plus,
that's
you know, 35.
That's pretty low down the list on plans and backup plans.
Yes. Okay, so timings. Liquid starting to gather, at least toward top, it does seem. OG not prepared at the moment to defend. Natsumi is in the area, though, so he's calling for the defense. Are his heroes healthy enough, though? Nico is not at the moment. He's backing up to heal. Okay, the 2 supports are here now.
And this tower's going to go down pretty quickly as soon as Liquid get in. And Boxy is going to start off the move. The root set up on it was Natsumi. Boxy rolls forward. It's going to be Natsumi gone. OG, they'll get Boxy in return. They'll turn now over towards Nisha. It's a pretty good Ice Blast. Got the connection on
Very
the two
good
of them, and
Ice
allows
Blast.
Yopaj to clean up the double kill. Mickey is going to opt for the TP out after he gets the double kill himself, and he'll make it out. Back to the safety of the fountain, so 2 for 2. Decent hit back there from OG. Again, off the back of Skem, getting that all-important Ice Blast out onto these targets, such as Nisha. They still lose the tower, but at least get in the trade there, OG.
At least get something. Tim's great job at least getting the double cogs, right? He trapped the two of them. Nice attempt of the lick from Tofu to pull Nisha out, but not quite in time. The blast did hit. Natsumi does die, though. And as we said, this is a Fort Protect 1, so the ideal, of course, for OG is always him not dying, since, yeah, they get some gold on the other heroes, but in terms of scaling, unsure how much it helps. Okay, they do have a really nice ward that they placed before they went through the portal to defend top, so they do have some good information of where the Nature's Prophet's farming. They could do some kind of clever plays to hunt Mickey with just even supports.
I think they're going to want to do that. I think this is definitely a game at this point where Tims and Skem, if they make good moves as a duo, to sort of successfully hunt down those targets before, you know, Liquid kind of
This is the problem, Owen.
when they get the 20-minute group up.
Playing AA, the damn Wolves. Here comes the blast, though. They're making that move.
And then the hook shot. Tims finds the opening. The blast comes in. Mickey's gone. Yeah, I said you got to. Yeah, Tims and Skem, they really could make some magic happen in this part of the game. And you know, Skem keeping his cool even when these Wolves are trying to bite him apart.
Literally biting at his heels while he's sending the ulti across the map. Tims, I mean, these are really nice moves from Tims in terms of his, like, actually all of the kills pretty much are because Tims has been there to get the setup, so really nicely done. He is being stalked now.
Tofu's going to try and turn on towards him. Boxy rolls over as well. This time Tims is going to be found and killed off.
And maybe Ace now changes his priority of who he follows with Wolves. I think if he follows the Clockwork, it's just way better. Yeah, maybe he can kill the AA in some situations, but the Clockwork's the one making the plays. So we just saw there, if he sits it on the clock, it's actually hard for Tims to sneak around the map by any means. Seeing the wards. Also, Liquid. That's painful for Natsume. Goes into his triangle and both blocked camps. So this Gyrocopter has limited spaces to farm.
Oh, that is pretty nasty, those
That's dirty.
camp blocks. They got to get rid of that ASAP. They need as much available on the map for this Gyro as possible, OG.
Oh, and Tims is going to show dewarding. So now Liquid knows that Tims isn't wherever they make the move top, since he just showed dewarding.
Let's have a look.
If they find someone.
Looks like OG's playing pretty careful. Pretty much four of them backed by the tier 2s. There's going to be an amplified damage rune top here for Nisha.
And he does have Blink, so he can get and commit pretty quickly in terms of following up with Boxy. Smoke up from Skem. Wolf was right on top of him. So they do see, they are completely aware of the smoke movement.
Very hard to get the jump on Liquid.
And yeah, Yopaj does have Blink, so this was an ideal timing for OG to find a pickoff, but those damn Wolves. Nice micro from Ace.
Continuing with the smoke, but it's just not going to result in much right now.
No, I think at some point they're going to be like, okay, a Wolf saw us, right?
Yeah.
You're just looking for a pickoff if someone steps up too far. So it looks like they will be able to back away. A lot of these games sometimes do end up being, you have to buy some type of gem or something to just be able to make these smoke movements if you lose control of the map too early. Skem is actually going Dominator, so this is, I don't know, this is interesting.
Okay. I mean, so what's the play here?
Take a Wolf while it's killing me. I don't know.
All right, is that, yeah? Well, let's
Take
see.
a Wolf, take a Boar in the fight. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's definitely odd because there's no Glimmer, there's no Forest, there's no Lotus that he's going to be building toward, at least early game, and it's a pretty value game for all of those items. So we'll see if that pays off for Skem.
Could be big brain. We'll see if it is big brain.
Or the exact, I don't know, it could be also completely useless, but we'll see. Because like, I do feel like Forces and Glimmers, they tend to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Same thing with Lotus when you're playing versus Beastmaster Roar eventually. But of course, that's much more expensive, so... See if maybe this helps him farm to get to that point also. Maybe that's what he's thinking of. We shall see. Nico, they're looking to play rallied around this Viper because he is very tanky. He's got this bearing halfway toward that Aghanims, or 3/4 toward the Aghanims. They're setting up for the Torment. It looks like they should have this.
Not bad it for OG.
Nope.
Getting just a little bit of breathing room, really, against Liquid. Now, Liquid not looking to kind of get as aggressive as they have been in some of the other games. And 20 minutes in, sure, they still maintain the lead, but not pushing for the tier 2s, not fussed about going for the Tormentor.
Probably because of the...
some opportunities here.
Probably because of like the Midas and all that on the Lycan. Usually when they have Ace, it's an aura, right? It's someone that they can rally around. This is Ace playing his own game of farming. So perhaps that's why they're content with hitting more creeps, waiting for BKB timing. So give some breathing room, like you said, to OG to get that next timing. And it did go to Tim's, right? So we already mentioned how he was pretty impactful, at least for pretty much all the kills that OG's been able to get. Jetpack is really good. Really, really strong now. Here come the Wolves again. Scam.
I mean, for the portions of this game where Liquid have been avoiding OG, OG are doing a good job as well of making sure that Liquid don't find anything with their own smokes. Ensuring that Natsumi continues to progress pretty nicely, keeping up for the most part with the farm on Mickey's Nature's Prophet.
Liquid's farming more though. The only reason the gold stayed same is because the Tormentor, you know, so that's the kind of the shift. So Liquid, I would say, they're out farming pretty consistently right now. Even though the numbers look like it stayed the same, it's because that Tormentor gold for the Dire side. The Midas is kicking in. He's got the BKB done. They have a second one also on Nisha in a second. All right.
Dude, I mean, I like that's my kind of support build on Scam. He's going helmet to Midas.
Get rid of the kill both wolves. Dom one, Midas the other.
Dude, honestly, my way would have been the refresher Midas strat, but I could appreciate the Helm Midas here. Hookshot comes in. Tim's gonna be able to get the catch on Tofu. OG ready to bring us a little bit more action to get the pick off.
They're gonna start hitting a Roche.
I mean, if they get this Roche,
it's a bit surprising that Liquid hasn't tried to force it. They are playing versus Clockwork Rocket and AA Blast. They slowed down a lot. OG's taking advantage of that.
It's really not sort of the same fast gameplay that we've seen from Liquid and a lot of the other wins that they've had so far in the main stage. And yeah, OG's getting to get some stuff done with that in mind.
Might still fight or sneak. There's a wolf inside.
I mean, it's falling quickly though. OG's going to have it. It's going to be the Aegis, the Roshan, and now they toss back over towards Ace. He'll get the BKB off, as well as the shapeshift, so manages to get out of there. But OG, they're getting the chance to get these objectives. And then 23 minutes in, they've got the Aegis now on Natsumi. Pretty close to starting to work towards that Satanic on top of the Ags, the Crystalis. He's having an okay time. There's potential here from OG. I mean, definitely much more potential right here in this game 3, as we saw,
100%.
Missing from them in game 1 and then in game 2.
Honestly, Owen, I think I can be sold on this Dominator a little. I'm watching him. He took one of the wolves.
Yeah, what's he doing with it?
Scout. He's just scouting. The wolf is strong.
They are.
It's kind of cool. Anything can work, right? So we'll see if it does end up working for him, because it is odd, but kind of cool.
I mean, because we needed to see some good stuff from Tims and Scam. They've made those kind of good early support combo plays to get some pretty key pickoffs that maybe were the beginning of slowing down Liquid from feeling that they could continue to just run at OG with the lead that they had and do still have. And then now with this sort of change up in itemization, could be some of the smarter stuff we've seen it. So let's see where he goes with this. I'm pretty sure he will commit for the Midas to go for the complete, as you say, just anti-alpha wall strat. He's got a plan here, Scam. He's got a plan.
And he's got his own little creep to farm, maybe send and follow around. I mean, whatever. I'm down. I'm down. You know, sometimes the 5 you can look at your support and be like, why the hell don't you have Force or Glimmer? But you know what, Scam? If you got permission,
they got to trust him. And if they don't, he's got a mute button. So he he can get into the solo zone and just focus, ignore the teammates, get ready to purely carry this game solo with the Helm Midas.
Top lane. He's getting info, so he knows that they placed this ward, and it's a fresh one, so
Sure.
they're actually getting a flank. Look at this positioning from OG.
Now look at this wraparound. Natsumi.
Right on.
Maybe off the mark with the cooldown. The hook shot, though, is a nice one. Catches Tofu, but does mean that Nisha kind of gets bailed out there a little bit by Tofu dying, so space there for him to blink out. Nisha's
Nice force
alive.
staff. Tofu instantly forced Nisha. He's like, I'm throwing my life away from you. Doesn't want him to get caught inside that ice blast. OG finding some momentum.
I guess the question is just sort of how calm do you think Liquid feels? You know, are they very much feeling that, you know what, OG, they can have these objectives, they can take a tier 1, they can get a kill on a support here or there. It doesn't matter because they have these 3 cores that are ready to sort of just outscale the solo carry core of the Gyro on the other side. You know, how relaxed do you think Liquid feel right now? Or are they feeling the heat a little bit?
It's a good question, to be honest. Because I do feel like they are content, but I do feel like OG's also content. So,
Sure.
yeah, it is a good question. Because they are getting this triple scale coring. They're going to have ways to lock down Natsumi. It's just Gyro can be one of those heroes that can 1v5. So, very interesting. Whoop. Boxy.
Not quite getting the connection there with the hook shot. Was a close one there from Tims.
Aegis for 90 seconds.
Yeah.
OG has a
And when
very good strength around him with this timing, so he can just continue to just play around this Gyro. Liquid probably going to avoid for the next minute.
Yeah, McKay.
Yeah, I'm shocked though that Liquid didn't, like, right, they just, when the Tormentor happened, they did, usually what you see is the
did,
Tormentor
yeah.
trade, right, for the Roche or something. They didn't do any of that, so it's just been it's been pretty calm for, how long actually? 10 minutes at least from the side of Liquid? Just hitting creep.
Yes, it's a bit of a different approach for them. And I do think, you know, as you say, I think it is because they do feel like, hey, we're just out farming them on all 3 of our cores.
I think so. I think so.
Everything's going to be all right. But yeah, as I
like
said, on the
scale.
flip side of it, OG, I think, you know, they know to trust in Natsumi. They feel like it's fine. We don't need 3 carries. You know, we can do it with just the 1. We'll see if it plays out.
See if they buff him up enough. I see sorry, Tims is the one that's buying all the things that I was mentioning for the Gyro, right? He's going to Lotus, he's going to Solar, and Skem's Dominator is giving an Alpha Wolf. It actually is a buff up for the Gyrocopter, so kind of cool. Looking to fully enable him as much as possible here. Even buying a secondary Lotus, even Nico is queuing one up, which I like. As Lotus is very valuable when you're playing versus Beastmaster, Magnetize.
Yes. Yeah, no, absolutely.
All these different
and especially when the game's going as it is, right, for Nico and Yopaj, you know, Nico in particular has to, you know, he's got to buy these sort of sacrificial items, right? All that matters is Natsumi. As long as he lives, if everyone else dies, as long as Natsumi lives and kills everyone off, you're happy if you're OG.
That's all that matters. That's what their draft is designed to do with this tiny pick as well, right? It's just all about Natsumi. Let's see if that game plan works, because I don't, Liquid's not reacting. Liquid's like, okay, we're just going to scale. We're just going to be bigger than you. Have these 3 cores versus the single. Shiva's soon to be done for Beast. That's going to be a big pickup, because they're not, actually, okay, Yopaj just queuing one up. So he's actually going to maybe have the same timing. So both mids doing the same thing.
And it's going to be scary timing from Ace, though, coming up, right? He's going to have the Nullifier pretty much done for the next fight, so he can just get in with the Shapeshift, BKB, Nullifier, focus the target down. You know, it has been quiet from Liquid when it comes to their decision to look for fights, but you can't help but feel that when the fights do kick off, you know, Natsumi, he might be able to live, but everybody else on OG might die pretty quickly, Fogged.
Especially the supports. They'll find Boxy, though. Yopaj, 5-1, finding these pickoffs. They did buy that gem some time ago. I actually forgot to point it out when they did pick it up, but it does help always versus these wolves.
That's a bit on, you know, Skem. He's had to buy some sentries. It's slowing down his Midas. I think it's unacceptable. You know, Skem's got to tell the other guys to pick the sentries. You know, you don't want to be buying sentries. You got to get that Midas. Who cares about the dewarding? There's money to be made. Well, I guess you make money from that as well. But that Midas timing. He's 600 gold at the moment in towards that recipe.
He's just the amp up. He's literally just following Yopaj and Ice Vortexing anything that Yopaj uses a spell combo on. That's his job. Timings are hit again. OG feeling strong.
Here we go.
The Satanic. There is a wolf on them. I think the wolf saw the smoke.
And this is the call from Liquid now. You know, we've seen them be very, very focused on the farming. Now they're smoked. They're ready to try and start something. Did the jump from Nishi straight in and looking to try and burst through Natsumi, see if they can bring him down. He's getting low. He's able to pop the Satanic though. Natsumi's going to start healing up. The Magnetize doing a lot of damage here to the squishier members of OG though. Brings Tims down. Mickey, he's in trouble though. BKB comes to an end. Natsumi and Nico turn around, chase him out. They'll get the big kill there, taking Mickey down. Sure, they lose 2 on their side of things, but taking out the carry, keeping Natsumi alive, and Natsumi being the one to kill Mickey off, OG, they're fine with that. And that was Liquid smoking up and finally looking to try and use this net worth advantage against OG. It doesn't go too cleanly. OG, they're fine with this. Natsumi, he comes out on top.
They did lose their gem, though, so that's the one painful thing for the side of OG. They did lose a support and a mid, and they got a carry. They did lose their gem, which is very important in terms of controlling the Wolves. But yeah, the Cogs, honestly, Tims, I feel like he's absolutely the MVP for me in terms of protecting his cores. Another beautiful one. Natsumi is deep right now.
Well, he is. He wants this tier 2. It's giving time for Liquid to come back into the game, and Raw's there. Natsumi.
What?
That's a risky tier 2 push that cost him his life. He did not respect the timings. Maybe they can still find something in return. They look towards Ace, but the BKB's up. He'll get pulled back to safety here by Boxy, but Yopaj, with a 2-man avalanche, Boxy able to roll away Liquid. They're back up to the high ground. OG, they can't chase on further. Liquid will get everybody else out of there. I mean, it was a good fight around the mid in terms of what Natsumi was able to find, but he can't die like this, folks. They need Natsumi to play flawless. Dying for that tier 2, that can't happen if you're OG. That hurts massively. Liquid able to shut OG back down and continue to grow this net worth lead with that very painful death on the carry.
That's a big blunder. They just got at least another set of like some momentum. Sure, they lost their gem and all that, but that one, he's pretty alone on an island. He only has the AA behind him. Maybe he thought he could just get the sustain off with the Satanic afterwards, but they have lockdown. They have more than enough stun for him.
Yeah, I think that the Raw pretty much had just come off cooldown, so maybe just missed timing expectations on that. Liquid, big kill.
That's true, perhaps.
And now Tormentor, Tofu, he'll just survive and will be rewarded with the shard going his way.
Doesn't have any items to benefit from the shard, but at least can do this licking, you know, so he gets they get the buff at least. And he does, of course, get the Croak buff that he can always throw onto an ally and now have it for himself. 14,000 lead. Natsumi has his work cut out for him, and as you said, it does feel like he can't make these mistakes. Even like one more mistake might be too much. It might already have been that, just with that one death there.
It was a rough mistake. It really was. Yeah, no doubt about it. And yeah, we've seen obviously the power of Nisha's Raw, right? And when he has the refresher, when he has 2 of those to go, it's going to be straight in for Natsumi in these fights. They have to be up and ready to protect him. Yeah, they cannot let Natsumi get jumped and killed off.
Yeah, Tims is getting pretty close to having the Lotus. It feels like they absolutely need it for Natsumi. At least it just prevents some of that extra damage. Just protect in any type of extra way. They need all the buff ups for Natsumi as possible.
Well, the good news for OG is Skem's nearly got his Midas online.
I knew you were going to say, I knew you were going to say the damn Midas.
There we go. So Skem gets to be happy.
Okay.
One more creep or so and he'll have that.
I saw the Dom, and I was okay with the Dom. I'm going to be honest, I'm not okay with the Midas. But well, if it works, sure, whatever, but it could be like some build-up of a Glimmer or something for Natsumi. It's all about Natsumi, so...
Well, that's the thing.
If he can get to 60 minutes,
Skem says no. He says it's all about me. He says it's 4 protect 1. Well, you can have 3 protect 1. That's the best we can do for you, Natsumi. Skem's ready to, you know, say he wants to deal with those Wolves. He's had it with them. The Wolves broke him in the early game. So he's buying everything he can to make sure those Wolves never come for him again.
They do absolutely do that. And, I mean, his work is... he can't show in these fights. We actually may be getting to the point where he has to really hide, because this Beastmaster, this Lycan, the Lycan in particular, eat him alive. Lycan just harpoons once, double hits him, and he's dead. That's to be incredibly defensive posture from Skem. Has to be very careful, because his Ice Blast is super crucial. They need it to be able to kill a lot of these targets, because Natsumi... Yes, he has some damage, but they can't really finish off those targets. They need that blast to prevent the healing, prevent the saves.
Now, the question is, are Liquid kind of content enough with the farm that they're finding to give up another Roche?
They're fighting this, for sure. If they make it.
I don't know if they're making it time. Yeah, it's going down quickly here to OG. Liquid. Can they interrupt this? Nisha's in. First Raw straight down on towards Tims. Roshan's been taken. Natsumi's able to pick up the Aegis. Here's the second roll ready to go. Turns towards NiKo. Will get reflected. Ice Blast is coming in here. Bringing Nisha down low. Nisha's got to back up out of the fight. Natsumi moves in over towards Mickey. Mickey able to push himself back with the Hurricane Pike. And in the river, Ace starting to clean up. Gets the double as he takes out Yopaj. The buyback came out here from Tims. Mickey TPing in aggressively here with Boxy to try and threaten Natsumi. But Natsumi will be able to turn, kill Boxy off. He's ready to start chasing down Tofu as well. He's got the Glimmer here. We'll get him back up to the high ground. Force as well to keep his distance from the gyro. So they get the Aegis, and of course, you know, Natsumi doesn't die even the once in that fight, so they'll still have the luxury of the next 4 minutes to play with it, but they're losing their other cores. You know, the pressure continues to build up on the shoulders of Natsumi, as both Yopaj and NiKo continue to fall behind.
Look, the first roar, it was actually a split second that the Lotus doesn't reflect that one, so great timing there, at least from Nisha. Look at this angle from the AA. I was actually really impressed with Scam's positioning. You don't even see him on the screen here, but look at all this. The Ice Blast comes from the lower right, catches on 3 or 4 heroes.
Oh,
so that, for me, at least, was a really cool
There's
position.
a big problem. Okay, my goodness. I just watched Scam walk around for 20 seconds with 2 Midas charges available, Fog. It was distressing. He's used it now. We're all good. But yeah, fight around the Roche. They get the Aegis, but that net worth lead, it's not slowing down against them.
They keep the Aegis, though. I think that's pretty important for the next upcoming fight, because if he can get the Butterfly finished and still has Aegis, 2 lives, that's a step toward the right direction. Still, of course, uphill battle versus triple cores, as we're seeing Ace kind of being the real carry in a lot of situations, but...
I mean, they've got 3 carries. It really is. And they're all as farmed as Natsumi.
They are.
That's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. They literally have pretty much the same net worth. You know, it's... If somehow OG's able to pull this off around Natsumi, this is going to be one of the crazier carry performances we've seen in a while. Out-carrying 3 carries, you know, Liquid 3 carries as well that have been having quite, you know, the performance yesterday's series into today's series. Let's see, can Natsumi do it?
Would be so impressive. The timing with his Butterfly is huge, though, because they do not have a counter versus at the moment, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
Nobody
no
wants to buy
MKBs,
anything,
no
really.
True Strike. They have the Mjolnir, so it's a pseudo run, and I don't think we might not see Mika get it for some time, at least the MKB. So I think this is a timing for Natsumi, at least, to feel very strong.
Sure. And a timing where he's probably going to consider if that next item should be the Divine Rapier. And I think it has to be Fogged, right?
Pretty likely. He doesn't have the liberty of... You know, last night I was watching Watson being able to play a little more aggressively without needing Rapier. He doesn't have this Drinking Buddies Tusk. I think that just changes the way the gyro matchup works a lot of time. Just that extra damage. Liquid, full vision control, avoiding the Aegis.
Come on, Natsumi, cue it up. We want to see it. Everyone wants to see it. And he knows, I'm sure he knows it's going to be necessary.
He's done it a lot. Natsumi is one of those players that he's done Rapiers without BKB a lot of times on Gyrocopter. And this is one of those games where, yeah, it could be Rapier without BKB. Risky, but sometimes games call for it.
Pash.
Boxy.
Boxy. Boxy. It's not going to be getting out of this one. So OG, look at a support pickoff.
Sketch. And they turned it into another kill. I mean, Tofu in the tree line. Scam is being very sneaky, by the way. This probably will not be noticed, and that could result in a toss-back play.
And we'll see if Liquid do happen to sort of check that out when it comes to that defense on the bottom lane.
Someone needs to address top. The wolf is coming in, the trees are coming in, the boars are coming in. It's a zoo up top.
And that pressure.
There we go. Scam, he'll take a counter wolf to be able to stop the push.
There's level 25 Treants with the triple damage, triple HP. Doing quite the work from Mickey.
Building is dead.
Natsumi wants to try and see how much he can get, but only 30 seconds left on this Aegis.
Nisha.
He's in. He's going to find the Roar. They get the kickback as well. Tim's in trouble. He's gone. Boxy will die in return. So 1-for-1 on the supports.
He's dead for a while, though. 80 seconds. The Ice Blast was thrown. It whiffs, and the Thrax is dead, Owen. The trees are doing it.
I mean, they're very strong. As I said, that 25, right? Triple damage, triple HP. You got to have someone deal with them.
usually carries don't take that too often either, so pretty cool
the
pivots
temptation's
that
a
we're
good one.
seeing from Mickey.
Honestly, I'm a little surprised that he's not taken more, honestly. It feels really good to play with. Like, triple damage. I think in the past it got nerfed, right? Treants just aren't what they were. I think some of the other, maybe that talent in particular also got nerfed. But it's strong. And honestly, you know, teleportation is sort of 20-second cooldown anyway. It's kind of good enough. So I feel like a lot of the times, you don't really feel like you're missing too much taking this.
I mean, it's not
having the 0-second cooldown on teleportation.
It's not the Ironwood, whatever the hell, stupid trance or anything, but they still do.
It's a lot.
They add up. It's a lot of them. And we did see he had 2 sets of summons out there to be able to go for that push with the Wolf as well, too. So, yeah, pretty much a free Rax they've been able to claim. I'm seeing some big items being picked up. Ace, MKB's done. Now they can perhaps focus that gyro.
I'm talking about the gyro. It's not going to be the rapier yet.
It's not.
Wants to go for the positioning, going for the swift blink. Spending up for it as well. It's just about 1,500 gold, and he'll be able to get the Eagle Song, get the Swift Blink completed on Natsumi. But if we're going to see a Rapier, it's not going to happen yet.
25 on Beastmaster.
Oh, you already had the Eagle Song. Okay, so he's actually got that with some money to spare. So
he split. Oh, he did the play where you see that the enemy is buying MKBs and you disassemble and swap. So this is common that we've seen people do it in the past. So now
that's smart.
Liquid does have 2 MKBs, but it's not like MKB's that bad of an item anyway. So. It still is smart though. I love when I see people use Chop Shop because it's not used enough in my opinion.
That's good news because it means he's still got a lot of money that could go towards that Rapier that we're all hoping to see. 3k gold on him, but maybe we'll play with buyback in mind. Might be the more valuable choice now at this stage where Liquid could be close to approaching the high ground again of OG.
I think this is the first time I saw someone keep Cobalt Cup till tier 4, by the way. Tofu kept the movement speed buff to buff up his allies. That's something.
Oh, here we come. Liquid. They get the jump. Nisha's in. He finds the opening roll. They manage to get the setup on towards him. Someone's going to bail Natsumi out of here. The Abyssal Blade slammed down on towards him. He's gone. They've killed Natsumi off. Dead for 90. The buyback's going to come out from Yopaj. Can OG fight back without their carry? They've lost Tims. Tofu tries to drag back Nico. So see the jump in from Yopaj. He brought back for this one. Looking to try and burst through Mickey. Mickey slides to the side again, but he'll still fall. They can bring Mickey down. So Yopaj at least able to make sure that with that buyback, they get Liquid's carry in return.
That's insanely expensive, Owen. You lost your Rax as well, too, right? That top melee Rax died as Natsumi died. So the split push from the Treants were able to finish off the top Rax as they got the kill. Natsumi just got double roared, completely focused with everything.
And the jump just comes in so fast from Nisha. And it really is the problem. Yeah, if he gets the opening roar cleanly in onto the target, it's hard to bail the gyro out. They tried their best, right? I think what Yopaj tried was sort of a toss to get him away from Liquid. But yeah, the roar into obviously that Abyssal Blade now that you know, the Ace is ready to come in with as well. It's just so much lockdown that even when, you know, the BKB that he's got queued up next is coming out, they're still going to have ways to go on him to get that setup. You know, OG just have to somehow prepare themselves in a way that never allows for this gyro to be the one jumped by Nisha, but it's incredibly hard to do so at this point.
It's literally 10 seconds of stun. BKB piercing 10 seconds of stun, right? 4 seconds on both roars and then 1.6 or 1.8, whatever the hell it is on Abyssal nowadays. So yeah, it's pretty much 10 seconds that he's completely locked down without being able to do anything. Very difficult. Need to get these 4 staffs, Lotuses, etc. Need to reposition him. Very hard for them to be able to do so. And also, other thing I did see there too is Yopaj actually got his shield rune licked off at the start of the fight. So lost so much HP right before things started.
Liquid. They've definitely come into this game 3 and they're playing it much more relaxed, but it's one of those sort of scary relaxed to sort of watch, right? Because you know that they know that with every moment this lead is just continuing to grow incredibly. And again, just the fact that they've got 3 carries, they're all 32k net worth here, at 44 minutes in. They're all ahead now of Natsumi. It's pretty terrifying, Vogt.
It is, and Ace is getting to play a pretty different style game than what we've seen from him for, honestly, a long time, right? Even when he's playing these raises and all that, he's not having these things. This is probably one of the best games that I've seen him have, and he got to just go Midas and hit some creeps, right? Now he's got the +2 Wolves, continuing to put this pressure on the lanes. He's like full slotted as well.
It pretty much is. Yeah, this is... Okay, this is going to have to be quite the smoke and a half here from OG.
Yeah.
Smoke coming out.
And Boxy.
We'll be able to find him to start the move, but can they turn it into anything else? Roshan's already gone. Liquid clean that up. This time round
Buildings.
there's Aegis, Refresher Shard, and Cheese for them.
The buildings.
Yeah, the Wolves are doing.
The wolves in the trees. They're just going to take the base.
It's the range Rex on the bottom lane gone. Just so much for OG to deal with right now. It's all adding up against them. And Natsumi spent it for the BKB. So maybe now, Fogged, we'll see the
Maybe
Rapier
now.
in the distance for Natsumi.
He still can get fully controlled during this BKB. It still can just be double roar into that Abyssal.
Yeah.
It will protect him, of course, if he gets it off first. It probably will save his life, but it has to be super fast reaction from Natsumi. And it might not save him. It still could just still die. Ags now, I was seeing he was toying around with a few different item ideas on Ace. So you said they have triple carry. Throw that bite onto the Beastmaster as Swift Blink.
OG, if they turn this one around, will be one of the bigger comebacks we've seen this Blast. And they need to, here, hanging on in the tournament. They're down 2-0 in this best of 5. A loss here would mean the end of the road for them. And they've had a great run up until now, but today they are struggling massively against Liquid.
Just feels like a very tough matchup for them because OG is a team that likes to play fast, and Liquid usually, not in this game so much, but usually likes to play fast. So it just feels like they kind of clashed in this way where Liquid just looking cleaner. These Wolves giving so much info. They have to, I mean, they're stuck in the base, completely stuck in the base now.
Yeah, they have to deal with these summons. Just being thrown down the lanes. And Nico's got his next item done. Bloodstone's online. We'll see how much survivability that gives him in the midst of the team fight.
You see what Ace is doing too? He's not letting them even get the last hiss on the Wolves, and then when they're about to kill them, he resummons them. So all that time spent from the Viper trying to kill a Wolf, wasted. Can't even get the gold from it. Actual bullying.
Yeah, feels like Liquid are very much enjoying their moments in this game. Maybe Boxy not so much, every now and then Boxy dies somewhere. But the 3 cores, they're having a great time hitting the creeps, becoming incredibly powerful. 6 slotted, 7 slotted. It's all coming up here for Liquid.
Boxy's half the deaths, and I feel like that's just fine. He's just kind of catching the movements. That time he used his BKB, so maybe he was thinking that he could just get out, but maybe a fight kicks off here. They have vision. Oh, it's gonna get spotted though.
Anisha's here, Nisha. Not gonna quite get the jump. Avalanche holds him back. I mean, OG, they might have to try and make a move here. That's too risky.
They have 2 heroes stuck in the base dealing with creeps.
Yeah. That's not going to happen. They've got to back off from this point now. We'll see. A new gem picked up here by Mickey. Continue to control the map.
It's so scary for OG because it's so much information too, right? Besides Liquid having this tremendous gold lead, these cores, these carries that continue to get that right-click prowess, this constant pressure on lanes, it's seeing 2 heroes. Yes, they have Boots of Travel on the Viper to join in, but could just get stopped as well. Power of these pesky little Alpha Wolves, even if you Boots of Travel, he hits you and it roots you. So if you're inside the base and you're not careful, a lot of different ways they can trip him up. Nico is getting close to 25. He's getting very tanky on the Viper, but there's just so much overwhelming damage on Liquid that they can bypass it.
And they're going to look to try and make an aggressive move again here, Liquid. Smoke up.
Go Posh.
There's the bite onto Nisha, turning him into the Wolf. It's not going to find anyone up here for now, though. OG staying safe, up in the high ground.
That is a scary Wolf.
I mean, Nisha might still just blink straight into the base.
Aegis for 50.
He's considering it. Looks like he doesn't want to go for it. Not up until the tier 4s quite yet.
All 3 waves are shoved in. Probably doesn't feel too forced to do so. The tower is dropping. That's mid tower.
So there's they definitely decided to sort of do this game very slowly and painfully here for OG. Liquid just really making sure that OG are not having fun in this one, unless Natsumi
I think he's going to buy the rapier now, right? I think he's got to be thinking about it.
Come on, Natsumi. We all want to see it. He's got 5.6k gold in the bank. Obviously, we'd have to free up his slots a little bit. Maybe wait until he's got the Axe Blessing recipe. He's getting close.
He might wait for that 10k gold, so then he can consume the Aghanims and have the rapier. And potentially have buy, but maybe he doesn't. We'll see. We'll see which approach he does go for. The Rax is the buildings are dying. They're trying to make a move playing around these 3 clusters, but the Viper and the AA can't stop this consistent damage onto the range Rax. This is the melee Rax. So the melee Rax that we just saw, that one will heal up slowly, but the mid one, that range Rax is dead. Here come the wolves.
OG. They're heading out on the map. Ooh, not quite able to get the hook shot. Boxy. Last few times they've been able to get him. This time they won't be quite as lucky. In fact, Boxy's looking to go back in on them. Backup's on the way here for Liquid as Boxy sets up with the Magnetize. Natsumi's going to put the BKB. Try and stand his ground against Mickey, but Mickey's able to slide away here with the Hurricane Pike.
Ice Blast miss.
They've got to pretty much just get back to the high ground, get back to the base, just in case they're getting chased down by Liquid. Looks like they should be able to run.
Oh, and
this time not even able to get the Boxy kill.
And the melee Rax in mid almost did die during that chase. They actually got it down to 800 HP because they were looking to TP in, I believe, on Nico.
Now Liquid. They could get close to stepping up towards the high ground if they want to. But again, if they want to chill out and continue to play this out slowly, Roshan potentially going to be up in a minute and a half. Might just wait for that one, Liquid.
They are pretty, I mean, they're trapping them base, so it on paper should be a pretty free roast as long as they have vision to catch them when they step out with the 3 heroes. Hook shot.
Still going to get the jump in with the Avalanche. Ace has to put the BKB straight away. Tofu's going to get tossed back into the Viper strike for Nico.
He's speedy.
He is very fast. Even with sort of the
Very
slows coming into play for Nico, they will get the jump again, though. Yopaj with the toss back. Tofu does manage to get the heal up. I mean, it's taken a lot for them to try and kill him. He's still got the Yules to bail him out.
He's fine.
Nisha's coming in from the side. He's looking for an angle potentially, but they get the vision on him. He has to blink out safely. Indeed, the base in trouble.
Oh, that's a dangerous glyph to use at this point.
I mean, they really didn't want to lose that mid-Rax, right? It was falling super low.
And they're just getting macroed. They're trying to go for these plays. Tofu, Cheese, but he still had the Greater Healing Lotus as well to still survive. He sings the song of the disengage.
They're close. They're close to the big pickup. Natsumi.
He's queued it up.
He's ready. He's ready to get it out. Get it delivered. I think he's got enough right for the Blessing on the Rapier hit. So he can get that picked up.
I mean, they're going to probably have to play versus Megas. You might just have to accept it. Like, this Rax, it's 200 HP. Eventually, without this glyph, if they just look away for a second, it's going to drop. They're spam pinging it.
Okay, Natsumi. There we have it. So he's online. Problem is, the 3 carries of Liquid are very much online as well. But
they are.
Maybe the Rapier Gyro could be the beginning of the turnaround.
This Viper's getting quite a bit of gold, too, that's just naturally coming into the base. He's getting pretty close to being full 6-slotted also.
Yeah, AC is going to be super nice. If he can pick up that AC, I mean, we already saw what Tim's, he just picked up the Vlads.
He did.
Again, everything they can that's going to make the potential of this Gyro that much more in the team fight.
Except for Scam, because Scam is playing his own game, right? He has a Lotus for the teammate, but he's got Midas, Dominator, and a Dagon to kill the creeps. He's all about killing the creeps.
Yeah. I mean, he bought the Lotus. He's supporting. You can't report him. No reports, please.
I love it.
No reports, please.
Hilarious.
He bought a Lotus. He did. I saw him buy a fair few sentries as well. He's supporting.
True. Guess the inventory. Who would you guess?
I don't know. Yeah, what is that kind of an expected build on? I don't really know. Anyway, they found the Tiny. I mean, Natsumi's going to try and help him out here, and tell you what, brings in the damage, takes out Boxy. Now it's going to look over towards Mickey. Has Mickey dead? Natsumi kind of doing it here with the Rapier. That's a double kill.
Buildings, the mid-Rax did fall. Bottom one, still alive. That's the show of the Rapier. Eviscerates them.
But maybe this was the plan all along from OG.
All about the Rapier, baby.
It doesn't matter. You can hit all the creeps you want on Liquid. You can farm as much as you'd like. But once we have the Gyro Rapier, we can clean this game up. Doesn't matter if you're 24k ahead. I mean, earlier they were even more than that. That lead is getting taken away a little bit. A little bit.
Well, as the game progresses too, right? Like these 20k leads, once it's like compared to like a 30-minute 20k
Yep.
lead, a 50-minute, it's dealable with. It's absolutely dealable with. Buildings, like I said, they're probably gonna deal with megas at some point, but Scam, he is actually able to clear 3 or 4 of those summons that come in from time to time now. Almost 25 as well, and they're getting themselves the Aegis. Very impressive.
There's Natsumi. Aegis in hand.
Sure.
Still wants to try and make a go here, but won't find a clean entrance in towards the fight. Nico's able to hold him back with the glide net. Lotus up as well, can safely back away.
That's
the
Megas.
mega creeps. Damage has been done. They've got to deal with the mega creeps. I mean, all in all, how good is their lineup at dealing with mega creeps?
I mean, pretty decent. The Gyro and the Viper can forever kind of do it. It's just I'm always gonna be looking at the glyph. It's still about 80 seconds. So I think they should have time for that glyph to come back up before any type of play that can come. I mean, we got to get this game could continue for a long time now, Owen. They are rallied around Natsumi with this rapier, giving him Moon Shard as well.
Let's go Refresher Shard as well. On top of that,
So for Liquid, is it wait for Aegis to go away? Keep the map in this kind of state where they can't really step outside and get that extra farm. They are still farming a lot less. Mega creeps are worth pretty crappy gold. So if Liquid just farms the whole map, they still, I mean, I don't know what else they can gain though. How many more items can they get? I mean, Tofu still doesn't have Aghanim, so that would be nice if he can finish that one up for the team.
that's true, yeah, 3,000 gold towards it if he wants to.
He went for the Kai Assange first too, so he'll have infinite mana. I'm actually shocked that he did go for that first.
There's the smoke from OG. Obviously feeling
Hard
strong
for them to get
around
out.
the Aegis. I mean, it's going to be down to sort of Tim's or Yopaj to make some crazy initiations with the hook shots, with the blinks.
Ace.
The ace! They get the setup. Avalanche in a toss, he'll get the BKB off them.
Natsumi? He blinked on the cliff. Okay, he got tossed down.
It's a good job Yopaj was ready to bail him out. That would have been quite an unfortunate end to the game if the Rapier Gyro gets caught on the cliff on his own sort of choice. But he's
literally,
fine.
I actually just started sweating for him.
That was, yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
Yeah,
my god,
that's-
what if Nisha just blinks and like goes for the goes YOLO? Jesus, that was dangerous.
Ooh, hook shot off the mark there from Tim's. Not going to be able to get the catch on Tofu. Blinks up.
Mickey, they're looking to catch when people are split up. Boots of travel 2 plus teleport.
Good go for Nico. Get the roaring on towards him. Nico, he's gone, but Natsumi's ready to turn around and try and fight back. A look towards Mickey. Mickey's in trouble. Natsumi again able to shoot him down. Missile on Tanisha. No patch.
Might have him.
Got the follow-up. Has the toss back. It's going to be the mid and the carry dead.
Nice play. This infinite, I mean, this Ice Blast duration, we said it might get to the point where Scam is literally just sitting in Fountain throwing them. It bypasses, hits 2 or 3 targets. Lasts forever on them too. 2 cores dead. They kill the Viper, but it takes them some time to kill him. Natsumi.
And the plan is...
Magic happen.
It's kind of working out for OG. If this was the game plan all along, this is the biggest brain and game plan I've seen from a team.
Top.
To be able to turn around a game like this.
Ward does see Liquid all positioned around the area. They might be able to jump and catch somebody here. Scam, Yopaj looking.
Because Natsumi was hit the base, right? It's 50 seconds without the mid and carry. Just to go
this
expect the
ward.
fact that a quick buyback might come in, but they've seen Boxy. Look at the roll off. BKB from Ace. Looks for the TP, but the hook shot's there. Tim's gets the angle. He's going to be able to stop the escape of Ace. Kill off the Lycan. OG, they're holding. Things are falling into place in a way that
They're getting rich.
might not have been expected here, Fogged.
They're getting pretty rich. The support, everyone's starting to get so much gold on OG. Just infinite creeps coming into them, finding these pickoffs. Everyone's 25, right? Tim's 25, Scam 25.
And they're forcing the fortification. They're into the base. Natsumi is going to be able to take the bottom set of barracks. And we'll be able to get out before
Sticking
Mickey
around.
and Nisha can have anything to say about it. I mean, indeed, they're sticking around. This might be a bit risky. It's just the 2 of them here, Yopaj and Natsumi.
They've got the bots too on the Viper. He can always join in too.
That's true. And they do have the vision down around this area, so
Yeah.
feeling that they've got good info to hang around here.
Natsumi.
Aegis about to expire. Has to be careful.
Playing around this ward. Yopaj shows himself. We'll be okay. Right in front of Nisha.
We're gonna get this
Looking to play around
60-minute
that
item
vision.
soon. So we'll see what kind of crazy stuff we get picked up. Obviously, Liquid, they might get more summons. Might get some of the books online.
Oh god, you're right. Natsumi. BKB,
They're gonna fight for the Raw. Backup's coming in. Can they bail him out? They can't. He's dead.
he's alone.
Lost Natsumi. Yopaj will manage to TP out, but Nico, he TP'd in, so no way out for him. That's him gone. Rapier now in the hands of Mickey.
Right around 60 minutes, they just sent Treants. I think Mickey just sent Treants to kind of scout, and they just get the jump. Oh, gee.
Oh. And he doesn't have enough
Get the
money to buy
backup
the backup rapier. But he
doesn't
can't. If
buy.
he does that, he's not got buyback. He hasn't got enough of buyback in the backup rapier.
Oh, no.
He's not got the money. So
Natsumi.
this is the when you're trying to do
playing-
1 carry versus 3. If the 1 carry dies, you're out of carries.
After playing so clean for so long, he's going to have to buy back.
He really is. They can look for the jump. Mickey's gonna get caught by the Ice Blast. Had to start backing out. We'll get the BKB off and back away. He's dead though.
He got the rapier.
OG.
It's
They
back.
have. They're gonna find Boxy as well. They're gonna get the catch on towards Nisha. They're holding. They're holding. Natsumi. They did. Oh, that was actually the 2 buybacks, but they're holding. And the rapier back in the rightful hands of Natsumi.
That was
They get it back.
explosive. They just get,
They get it back.
what, the Ice Blast over
Okay.
everybody. They get the stun cover up, and he just flaks right on top of him. Buybacks, though. That is 2. The 2 big
It is
ones.
the 2 big buybacks. We'll see it again
And they
here.
force Liquids.
I mean, heads up, just immediate with that buyback. They know they have to go all in on this. They have to get that rapier back. They get it back. The game goes on. But yes, the 2 buybacks now on that painful 7-minute or so cooldown. Obviously, in the moment, it's going to feel worth it because they've got that rapier back on them. But if Natsumi gets caught out like he did moments ago just again, the game will be over.
And they can't force the buybacks is the issue. So there's going to be a point where Liquid might bring 10 heroes versus that
Just
rapier.
throw them at the gyro.
Yeah, so let's see if Natsumi can. He did get fleet-footed, so he's fast, and he does have a lot more damage, too.
Oh, with the Stygian, yeah.
Oh, and he's switching his build a little, maybe trying to catch them off guard. He's getting rid of the Pike, getting a Lincoln, so having that protection versus... I mean, it's the Roar and the Abyssals that he needs to not get stunned by so he can get the attacks off.
And if there's just sort of a window for him to maybe get the BKB off, he might have a chance of surviving a little longer. I mean, we've seen sometimes still it doesn't really matter. They still kill him. Here we
If he
go,
can
OG.
BKB Satanic and avoid a Roar, it could just survive. He could just survive. The other big pickups. I see Topu, he did pick up the Ags too. What about these neutrals? Stygian on Ace, an Audacious Stygian. Okay, Audacious is insane as well too. We do always have to talk about how much you do. Heroes are gonna die so fast.
Yeah, it's crazy. 100 attacks plus 80 magic damage, and buildings as well are gonna die. Natsumi, he's gonna go in. He's gonna get caught by the stun. Backup's coming in to help him out. Ace trying to get in on top of him. They'll get the Raw on towards Natsumi, but Nisha's caught by the Ice Blast. Nisha's in trouble. Nisha's gone. He's dead. He's got the luxury of buyback.
Tibbs.
Looks a bit scary there for the moment with Natsumi at the front, but it works out. Everybody lives on OG, and Nisha's gone.
They can't get on, like, they see him, they try to full jump him, and then Tims just puts down cogs around him, and that's like 4 fights in a row that he's been able to do that. They can't hit the gyrocopter. Roche, 40 seconds. Might have a window to be able to get that while Nisha's not alive.
I think they might. That's going to be
Very
huge.
cool how they start the fight, too. Like, Natsumi is just super aggressive. I love that
Yeah,
he's
he's
doing
just in
that.
there.
It's risky,
Yeah,
but why not?
Yeah, I mean, that's the way to sort of bait Liquid into a situation where as long as you're quick enough on the backup from OG, you can make them pay, and taking out Nisha means they have the chance, OG, to get back up on the high ground, take the mid set of barracks.
They're going to match the Megas. Looks like
Top.
that's the call for them.
Oh my goodness,
Top.
they found him! Mickey gets caught by the hook charge, gonna try and go for the BKB TP out, and he'll only just make it.
Looks like they're going for a catch in the meantime. Perhaps seeing that they're split up. Yopaj is still here. They don't have Nisha yet.
Okay, he's had enough. He wants to rapier himself.
I think he needs it. He's not doing any damage. I mean, he's barely getting to attack as well, too, but Nico is providing that front line for the team. He has a heart now, too. they can just let Natsumi attack, which he has been able to.
It's going to be their Roshan as well. Unless Liquid make an incredibly quick move. Yeah, it's not going to come quick enough. This is going to be OG's. Natsumi might not have the buyback, but he's got an Aegis.
They are all so farmed now. Tim's Book of the Dead's being sent, giving constant information too.
I guess the question now is...
What's that?
Is this an Aegis to try and force the high ground, go aggressive, or is this an Aegis that you're just holding on to keep you safe whilst you don't have the buyback and you don't necessarily go for anything too crazy with it?
OG is more about the risk. High risk, high reward.
Yep.
I feel like they're just going to maybe try to go for this YOLO play and go for this end. Because Liquid's been pretty passive in a lot of situations, and it's been catching them off guard. Double books.
So they can get the jump.
These books, they give a lot of money. You also just want to give up free, like, 6 books. That's, what, 900 gold, I believe?
That's true. But I guess we're getting close to the point where what is money, you know, at this point. At least for some of the heroes, right?
For some of them, yeah. I mean, Mika can still buy Aghanim, still buy Rapier, so there's still some growth potential, right? But yeah. Push, Natsumi.
In the barracks.
The Megas.
Fortification will stop them for now. Stopping this gyro with the Aegis is not going to be easy. Natsumi, loads of stuff. They get the jump in box. He's going to look back on towards Yopaj. They get the combo on towards him, but Natsumi's already done the damage, taking the barracks. We get caught in the sprout. Mickey standing his ground against Natsumi. Natsumi's getting low, but they can't quite finish him off. And even if they did, he's got the Aegis. He doesn't care. Yopaj dies, but he's immediately in with the buyback TP.
Oh,
he's still with them here, and that's the Mega creeps done. So Megas versus Megas now, Fog.
Megas versus Megas, but Yopaj with an unnecessary buyback, perhaps expecting a chase. That's a dangerous one to do at these points. Looks like Liquid's identifying that they can't just all in the gyrocopter, and they're kind of going for split targets. It looks like Nisha's now roaring the Tiny. I think they're identifying that Yopaj is very disruptive. These Ava tosses, now that he's got Refresher, Octarine, etc., it's allowing Natsumi to just kill everybody during that Ava toss, or during just the avalanche.
And I will say one thing we did see in that fight as well, you know, Mickey, he was quite close to killing off that gyrocopter. And this is obviously before he's got the Divine Rapier. You know, we're definitely seeing the effect of having that audacious, that extra attack speed and magic to attack damage. So you can only imagine. Nico. Mickey's going to be able to find him here up top. Nico. He's not getting out of this one. He is out, and his buyback still on cooldown. Either way, didn't have the money for. So, yes, long story short, he's out of the game for 2 minutes. Natsumi at least will be able to find Box here with the rest of the team, so at least make sure that Liquid don't have the full 5-man up to punish this, but it's still a long time without this Viper, Fogged.
It is, and Yopaj just also has to be careful. As we mentioned, he did use that buyback just before, too. Natsumi has to rally toward his teammates. 2 minutes left on this Aegis. Can buy back up Rapier soon.
That's going to be a pretty important purchase, yeah.
This game is so tense now. All the little plays matter.
This is OG absolutely giving us a show in this one, holding on as they are and doing it in this fashion around Natsumi's gyrocopter. And in a game where, you know, it definitely felt like Liquid felt pretty comfortable with their 3 cores, just hitting the creeps, getting very farmed on all 3 of them. Now this sort of final hurdle of closing up the game, closing up the series, getting that 3-0, it's not happening as sort of cleanly as I think Liquid were sort of feeling this game was going towards. Natsumi and the boys holding on here on OG.
And I want to give a lot of credit to Tim's. I really want to say this Clockwork performance is super good. Just not even like super fancy things. It's just literally getting on top of his gyrocopter and pressing cogs. It sounds super simple, but it's zoning away a Beastmaster. It's zoning away the Lycan from getting in to hit him, because it puts him in a really clustered, dangerous spot versus this big AoE lineup.
And there's no doubt about it. The way that Skem's built, it's working out. It's a game where he's an AA. He's only died 4 times, Fog.
Yeah,
in a game where everyone was very worried that this AA is going to feed. No. He's going to feed off the creeps in a good way. He's just going to kill everything, farm everything. He's now massive. You know, bots 2. He's got his Dagon. He's ready to get that Octarine online as well, Skem. The approach, there's no doubt about it. It's working out. And OG, they absolutely have a chance to close this game up and push it on towards the game 4.
All execution now at this point. If they just make 2-minute mistakes with this no buyback on Yopaj, have to be super careful, but you know, the mistakes are more there from Liquid in these last few moments, it feels like. Liquid. Okay, did consume the Aghanim. So I was like, wait, where does gold go? Okay, so he did consume that one. Yeah, Scam, you know,
Okay.
Scam could honestly surpass a lot of the cores in this. I think he's going to surpass his Tiny and his Viper.
Just full-on base defense.
Yep.
But he's
Literally
cut out for the job.
defensive
He's doing it.
Sneaking forward.
Liquid, they're thinking about fighting this. They're going to look towards Tim's. Oh, will come through. That's Tim's out. Tofu's seeing if he can get the catch onto anyone else, but OG, they're hot on the retreat. Natsumi able to get the blink off just in time. Boxy's going to roll forward, gets the kickback on towards Yopaj. Yopaj, he's surrounded. A solid kickback there from Boxy allows Liquid to take Yopaj out. 2 minutes, he's dead. No buyback on him.
Can they get disengaged? They're positioning themselves on high ground. Looks like they are backing up more, though, afraid. This Tiny's been very important in terms of control. 100 seconds.
Very nice chase and kickback there from Boxy.
Without the Aghanims, right? Just the boundless Aether Lens, the insane cast range that he can go for these plays.
Let's see what Liquid do with this. 90 seconds, no Tiny. They're going to know that he doesn't have the buyback. That's the Rapier picked up by Mickey. Has enough to get that purchase. Still have the luxury of buyback on top of it.
What do you get?
This is going to be a very tense 80 seconds here for OG.
There's that next Rapier.
That's the backup. Natsumi. As you imagine, that was probably going to be what Mickey looks towards next. You know, he's going to want to have a backup Rapier as well, so he can go for the buyback, pick up the new Rapier, TP back into the action. That's the Octarine done here for Scam.
Liquid's looking to hit. They know that there's no Tiny.
They're going to have to want to, right? Yeah, it has to be the opportunity for Liquid to try and put an end to this game. OG, can they hold 4v5?
Scam in a dangerous upfront position.
They're going to try and get the jump on him, but it's not a clean jump. Scam's fine. They'll put the summons onto the tier 4s, but Natsumi's ready to deal with them very easily with the flak. As that's the summons gone, at least that first initial wave.
20 seconds.
Time is ticking. Liquid, how much can they get in this last few seconds before Yopaj is back in the action? They won't get the tier 4. Tier 4's going to be held. He's back in nearly 10 seconds. Yeah, time is passing. I mean, he's going to be back. So that was pretty much 2 minutes in which Liquid weren't able to get anything much more, folks.
Just too scared.
Survive.
Yeah, too scared to just go for the play because everybody's just rallied around this gyrocopter. They couldn't catch Scam initially. I thought they were going to. Scam was so far up. Didn't quite get the grab onto him. And now Tiny's back. How are the buybacks looking for that Viper and the gyrocopter? Viper's is 2,000 away. Gyro does have his. Roche, as I said, it's a long game, Owen. We're approaching 73 minutes now. Some replacements for neutrals. They can start going for those if they'd like to.
I mean, yeah, is anyone not happy with their neutral, do you think? Who's looking for kind of the switch up the most?
I'm checking all of them right now. 1 second. Just catching up. Honestly, I feel like they're all pretty happy with theirs. Maybe Boxy could swap out which one it is and keep get a boundless anyway. Yeah, I think they're all pretty happy. Maybe Tofu swaps his.
For Liquid, what is the game plan from them? Because I feel like they're going to be scratching their heads a little bit. They're going to be like, guys, we've had these mega creeps for so long. We haven't been able to close up the game. We killed off their mid and had 2 minutes that we still couldn't close up the game. So when are they going to be able to close up the game, folks? What's the plan from Liquid's side of things? They have this net worth lead, but no, OG, they're ready to keep this game going and going and going.
I don't want to curse anything because every time when we have these like 75-minute games and it's been like very, very close neck and neck, there's like and then the game just ends abruptly because like someone pops a cliff, right? So.
Tofu trying to push out the top wave, but Tim's is going to find him. That's the catch.
Because both sides have great ways to just go for the throne. Obviously, Liquids, with all the summons and with all the buildings dead, they have a bit more opportunity to do so. But even the gyrocopter we could see some weird base race situation. So much. I've very rarely see this much current gold on heroes. 12k Beastmaster, 11k Nature's Prop. I mean, 30k gold lead, but it's all in the stash. So.
Yeah, at the moment, you know, the playing field is pretty level. OG, they've managed to really hold on this game. Boxy. Gonna get kind of tripped up a little bit here, but I'll have to put the BKB niches in with the roar on towards Tims. They're trying to burst through the clockwork. They'll get him. That's Tims gone. No buyback on him. The second roar gonna be used to hold back the gyro. Nisha is on the run. Pots the BKB, is gonna get bitten here by Ace. Turns into the wall.
base.
He can get out. Inside the base though, Mickey, he's looking to end it. The fortification's there though. Mickey's been frozen in position. Tossed back into the fountain. All right. I mean, they've got to be ready for these sort of moves. NiKo, back in the action down bottom, is getting dealt with slowly but surely by Liquid. You know, he's got a lot of self-sustain here, NiKo. Not enough to survive the damage output coming in from Liquid. But
Jesus.
The Ancient's exposed, and it is one of those games where you can kind of blink and you might miss the Ancient dying on one of the sides.
That's what I was saying.
Yep.
This is one of those games that it could just happen because they've got these Stygian Desos, they've got the Audacious, they just bypass, they do so much damage to these buildings.
So it was the...
They have to be ready for this.
Yeah, 2 support buybacks coming in there, Tofu and Scam, and they kept their cool right. They didn't pop the fortification.
They did not.
So they will have that ready for any future attempts like that, yeah.
But who... Okay. I'm trying to think how they want to split these fights up, because now if Liquid forces things outside, this is going to happen. And someone has to stay back. The AA can't do it alone. But they need the other people on the outside. Yeah, this is... complicated.
Going for this sort of move now is going to be difficult as well, especially because, right, Yopaj gets the chance to get the rapier. That on top of, like, having the Ags. If he sort of stands to the side, throws in a tree volley, it's going to destroy you if you're trying to stand there and hitting the Ancient.
That is true. But look, this Ancient's going to die, so there's Rapiers, Audacious, and Stygian. This Throne will die in like 5 hits. It doesn't look like it, but it will die so damn fast. They have to be so ready on the side of OG.
And especially even through, like, backdoor protection, right?
Right through backdoor. Yeah. I'm telling you, they'll go right through. I've seen this game. You remember the one from, was it TI, was it? With Yatoro? I think it was, right? The crazy one where they were behind super long and they almost thrown. It was like a Crimson Guard that ends up protecting, I think it was, from Falcons. So there is a Crimson, so maybe, but it is on an AA, so it's not the tankiest hero that provides that extra bonus source.
As the secondary rapier picked up from Mickey after losing that initial one. So he's got that back in his hands, and as we saw, Ace also buying a rapier as well. So yeah, rapiers, you say, across the board now at this point.
Yep, and he keeps it. Yeah, Audacious Stygian. Boxy now getting a bit of a better one. You know, you're saying you might replace at least the active neutral item, keeps the passive enchantment, has Fallen Sky. This is also building damage too. Can't write that off. Sometimes you can do some pretty tricky plays with this as an Earth Spirit as well, of repositioning people. And he eventually will have Ags also on Boxy, so more repositioning for him. This game is, this game is truly delivering the best game I think that we've had by far in this tournament.
It's, you know, it definitely one that at this point, if Liquid win, they're going to be sighing some big sighs of relief.
Yes.
And then if OG win, they're like, adrenaline's just going to be through the roof going into, you know, Game 4 and Game 5. If they manage to turn around this game, that for the entirety of the time, Liquid's kind of had everything they wanted. You know, they got all the farm on all their cores. They get the mega creeps early. OG, just an absolute classic OG style. Something about this brand, something about this new team as well. They find these ways to keep these games alive and absolutely have the chance of getting a win here if Liquid slip up.
Absolutely. More Necro Books, instantly dead. Let's see what the Earth Spirit. Boxy can kick people super far here.
Oh, he's going to get the kick back on towards NiKo. Just going to turn with a Viper Strike. We've got to watch that Ancient at the same time. Tims gets the hook shot over, pushes them back with the cogs. Ice Blast is going to get kind of whiffed here. Doesn't get that connection. Got to deal with the summons.
They're hesitant about making an aggressive move. And instantly they start pinging their Ancient. Just like you're mentioning, we might need like a picture-in-picture of the Ancient in this game, to be honest with you, because at any moment, thank you very much. At any moment, we could just have that situation.
Even the summons themselves doing a fair bit of damage still at this point.
And we can watch it, you know, watching it regen. All these little things matter. So honestly, yeah, keep that for me as well too, so I don't have to just stare at the Ancient. Such tense moments, both teams. I'm looking forward to see the tree volley too. I want to see if a tree volley can do some crazy stuff because people are clustered.
It's gonna do a lot of damage.
Actively.
Yeah.
He doesn't have Daedalus though, so maybe not as much as we would hope. But let's see. Boxy. We go for another kick.
Oh, he's not going to get it. Another turn towards him. He's got the Eon Disc to protect him. He's going to get the chance to get back down to the low ground with the axe here. He's going to look to survive a little longer, but they'll kill him off. Nisha in with the jump. Fight the roll on towards Natsumi. Natsumi's in trouble. He's gone. He's going to have to buy back very likely here. As Yopaj, he's in with the 3-man avalanche and the tree volley, but will still get put to a stop it by the roar. Nisha backing off, super low on the Beastmaster. Natsumi
Scam
coming
is
in
struggling.
off the buyback, chasing Tofu down. That's Tofu out. Nisha caught at the side by Yopaj's avalanche. They'll get the kills here. Again, it's having to come off the back of Natsumi's buyback. A big buyback coming out. The Ancient, again, taking quite the battering, but they do get the summons off. Keep the Ancient alive.
Honestly, Scam's Crimson has been doing so much work in terms of just reducing the whittle damage. Because they may have had to actually pop Glyph if it wasn't for just these Crimson blocks that he's been able to put out there.
Oh, they would have had to, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And this is, again, now another super tense moment because Natsumi now, no buyback. Yes, he has another rapier, but this is a dangerous moment for them. This game just teetering.
I mean, can they force out this buyback from Nisha? Is that a possibility?
No.
Was it too short of a time, 50 seconds?
I think even if they try, I think Nisha would just not use it, right? He'll just wait.
Oh boy, 81 minutes into this game. OG, they're hanging on for dear life, but my goodness, they're hanging on pretty good. They're hanging on pretty good here.
These net worths are hitting levels that you don't see in games. 60,000 on 4 heroes. Like, this is absurd. Mickey's literally out of slots now. He can still get 2 random items he can swap in and stuff like that, but they're starting to run out of backpack slots even. And we did see, okay, so some of these 30 talents also, thank you very much. I was expecting to take that one sooner. He does have the Howl reduces total damage too. Of course, it's going to probably get dispelled and whatnot, but it's going to be hard to notice that in the fight anyway. But you could notice if people die a little slower.
Pick up the AC as well to get that aura online for his team against that of the lineup of OG. Obviously, Nico having that AC from quite a while ago.
Crimson on Tofu also picked up. I think that was the latest item, or the overwhelming blink. Jeez, I'm losing track of which ones they're all picking up. I think it was the Crimson, but... That's gonna block an oh, and look at the... Wait a minute. Okay, Largo has 6,000 life.
Yeah?
He has 6,000 life. The buff lasts for 40% longer, too. So the Crimson buff is gonna last for, what, 11 seconds or so? And it's gonna block a lot. 300 something per hit. That's significant.
OG super close to having some of their buybacks, right? Nico, 150 gold, he'll have his.
But no gyro, the important one.
200 gold for that of Skems, but indeed, yeah, the fact that Natsumi's is gone for 5 minutes is the big concern.
Nico?
Liquid, can they punish it? Can they look for the killing blow? They're ready to go in. Nisha makes the jump. Straight looking for Skem first, but the heal just keeps him fine. They're able to turn, and Mickey's in trouble. Gets burst at the start of the fight. He'll buy back.
Ace
then attempts to get back in on this. They're looking to just end it. They're on to the Ancient. The fortification comes out, and OG, they kill Ace off.
Oh, but they can probably just TP in and end it. This is way too low.
I mean, do you?
Next attempt, the next go.
Could you? Yeah. Can he just TP, BKB, Swift Blink? He could, right? You just BKB, TP, Blink, Swift Blink in, and a couple of hits. It's game over, right? Or no?
He doesn't have buyback, so I don't think he wants to risk because Tims can hookshot him. So the next push, though, they can just pick like a mini fight outside and then just go. Ace just completely took out that Ancient.
I mean, there's a heads up from Natsumi as well. He's going to pick up the Abyssal Blade because he knows he needs whatever he can to stop that sort of BKB and hit the Ancient blade
that's
that
smart.
wants to come out.
That's heads up. And also, I'm like...
And same to Scam, right? Get the Abyssals. Get the Abyssals out.
Okay.
You've got to stop them from BKBing and hitting the Ancient. Hookshot is not going to be enough on its own. You need the mass Abyssals.
I'm thinking even like Yopaj, this sounds so clowny because he's doing a lot of damage, but can he somehow slot in a Crimson for the damage block or somebody who has higher HP? Because the AA's HP pool, actually it's 4,000, never mind. His is actually pretty high. That's actually going to be pretty effective.
I was going to, higher now that he's got the Abyssal, right? That extra bit of 20.
Yeah, exactly.
So that helps out with that. Absolutely.
I mean, this is nuts. Holy moly. Ace is going to respawn, and let's see it. A Liquid might go for a Roche first and then go for the all-in because there's no glyph. So let's see how OG can... This would be insane. If they can double Abyssal and then hookshot lock down the targets that are trying to go for it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of summons too.
There's a lot to block it, and
There's a lot to go for.
It can get very chaotic, right? When you're trying to get this Abyssal and hook shot in on the key targets when they're trying to end the game, not everything will always connect.
All right, Liquid, all alive. Rosh, it's a bit of a longer one. Nisha shows they're making the move on him.
They are. He's going to have to put the BKB in run, but now Super's in with the damage.
Heads up play. But the base...
It's going to be an immediate fight. They're trying to end it. They are going to get the control here. Ice Blast are huge. Ice Blast. They pretty much get four of them. Can they finish the engine up in time? They can. They've got the damage here. Liquid, they've finally managed to close this game up. And with that, of course, get the 3-0 here against OG. But my goodness, OG, they might not have made it today here against Liquid, but they definitely gave us quite the show here in this game 3. End of the day, though, those plays are going to come in fogged, right? Just hit the Ancient. You've got incredible amounts of damage. And no matter what, the amount of Abyssals and hook shots and Crimsons, you're not going to keep that Ancient alive forever, as much as OG tried.
That was insane. Honestly, it was 40 minutes of them kind of holding in a way, right? Like Liquid, they got that big advantage, and then it was just holding and holding it. They kind of turned things with this Rapier in a few of these fights, but my goodness, the dangerous feeling of that inevitable, right? That dangerous 60 minutes when they can just bypass going through that back door. Wow, what a game. This was an insane... this felt like a 5-game series, to be honest with you, just because of this last game, probably. Liquid looking just a bit cleaner in terms of the overall.
They did. They really did. That game 1 and game 2, I mean, you know, maybe if this one happened at the start, we could have seen the series go somewhere else and get more of this kind of crazy action between the two of them. But Liquid a deserved win, of course, with those first 2 games looking fantastic. And then this game 3, they were very much tested by OG here to the extremes, pushing it on to this late stage. But Liquid showing that even in these crazier moments, they can keep their cool and make these moves. I mean, Liquid... I wonder what was going through their heads that game, Fog. Do you think they were able to keep it pretty chill, or there were points where they would be sweating pretty badly?
Probably some sweat for sure. I mean, you're right making these calls that you're like, hey guys, let's poke and prod this in. Oh my god, Natsumi blinks in your face and it literally kills Mickey instantly. So, this game was nuts, right? I think you could see on the faces the players really enjoyed it. Liquid's incredibly happy about that win. Like you said, they were probably sweating for some moments. OG, they don't look that defeated, I'll be honest, when I saw them on camera. Yeah. So good on them to be able to